Fire family, the Ivy Phoenix here. This is going to be a Divine Counterpart collective reading. So this will not be split between either counterpart, whether the Divine Masculine or the Divine Feminine. We're just going to be doing a quick check-in. Hope that you all are doing well. Let's get some guidance on what's going on in the Divine Counterparts worlds, please. Okay. Higher power. Why? Chaos and conflict. Soulmates. Ooh. Okay, and please forgive me if you hear background noise. I'm getting some messages coming in. The tribe. Okay, so we already can recognize that the divine counterpart relationship in itself is one that is of a higher power. I alluded to this in the channeled message I put out last week that, there are several different opinions, several different ways of identifying with the divine counterpart relationship. But I think you have to go with what resonates with you. And a lot of us, divine masculines and divine feminines alike, are going through this why stage, right? Oh my gosh, people, I need you to chill. Sorry. It's been quiet all this time, and now, the distractions are trying to come in. When I'm talking about the why stage, I'm speaking specifically to how am I supposed to keep moving along in something that isn't showing me anything, that isn't doing anything. And at the end of the day, like, why wait? Why wait for anything to quote unquote manifest itself when there is so many other things that you have to do, that you have to live through, that you have to deal with, etc., etc.? Why? Why can I not break, the telepathy? Why can I not break the soul calling? Why can I not break this, that, and the third? Right? And chaos and conflict, I feel like maybe for most of you, since you have met this person, since you have understood that you are on the divine counterpart journey, a lot of things in life have shaken themselves up. I think that is one thing that many different people can agree on when it comes to exactly what this twin flame journey is supposed to do. Is it is supposed to not necessarily cause chaos and conflict, but it is supposed to totally shake up your world. It is supposed to totally bring out certain things within you to finally heal them. And I think the soulmates card is signifying two different things. I think one, it is, like a mirror of the higher power energy that we see here, where that there's something about the two of you. Penguins, they mate for life. And if for any reason, let's say, like another penguin group that they know of, their spouse or, their counterpart should die, that is when they will consider getting together, right? But on the other hand, I feel like for some of you, this is more of what you may be called for, where if it is not necessarily, your divine counterpart, it is going to be someone who is really going to complement you. Another thing that I believe everyone can agree on is the fact that there is still free will. I think that is also where it starts to branch off, but ultimately, we all still have our human identities. And of course, it's shifting, of course, it's changing, etc., etc. But at the end of the day, we still all have to make a choice on which path we want to follow. And this tribe card, I feel, is symbolizing the fact that, a lot of us are even finding our soul tribe, our spiritual um, people and resources that are supposed to help us throughout this entire journey. So let's kind of look more specific as to what is going on right now with divine counterparts. I feel like this is more symbolizing, if you're maybe still trying to figure out who it is, or if let me take that back. I feel like this is more of, symbolizing if you are on the journey or if you are not. So let's see some specifics. Divine counterparts now. Look at that. Mirroring divine counterparts right now. The energy of the moment. Okay. Yo, destruction, chaos, and freaking conflict, right? Vibrations. We've been talking about the energy bound. You cannot escape this connection and settling. Oh, Lord. Recognition. Okay. I don't really have much more to add onto this. This just goes more in depth to what I was already channeling from the other cards. This settling, though, I need to put out there that for some of you, I feel like you may choose the soulmates, connections, other connections, etc. because okay, two things. One, because you may not want to do the work, or two, it's like a reaction. It's like you want to do it because of maybe what your counterpart is doing, or the fact that it seems like they may be able to live their life and all those other types of things. And I also feel on that same note that it's more just because the twin flame journey, another thing that most people who are on the journey can agree with, is the fact that it is not easy. And what do we do when we come up against a wall, right? We try and find another way to get around it, or to get out of that uncomfortable place. But you can't break the bond. And I think a lot of divine counterparts, the ones I'm channeling, you're realizing that no matter what it is that you do, it's still there. But you also, I also feel like this card is in between these two, because it's like you can choose to settle, you can choose to do what's easy, you can choose so many different things, right? But you also have to understand that that's going to be the opposite of being in the highest vibration possible. Okay? So let's kind of look into the shadowy aspects of that. Why? Why is this? Why are, divine counterparts dealing with this particular energy in the moment? Here's some of the shadows. Okay, here's one. Repelled. It makes me feel like that's the when you have magnets, right, where you have the same negative and negative, I believe it's eons, is it eons, whatever it is, you have the same negative and negative together, they repel each other, like there's no way that they can stick together. That magnetic field keeps them apart. Ooh, invading. I don't think I've ever gotten this card. There's what I'm hearing is there's something that doesn't belong. The some of the repelling is coming from the fact that there's something that doesn't belong. There's something invading the magnetic field. Funny. There's something invading the space between the counterparts right now. More silenced. I feel like this is silencing of feelings, emotions. This is the silence of being able to speak to each other. This is also the silence of just the two of you, because of the fact that as you're healing, as you were going through this transformation, apart together, all of those different things, it's going to be different for all of you. But the silence that is there is because there's still certain things that you don't know. There are still certain things that you are growing through, and until you truly get to the other side of it, I don't know if you're actually able to share it. Then we have misguided. And we have ruthless. I feel like this is building off of the silence card and what I was saying there. Those three different pieces. You're either not talking to this person, you are either both going through, certain things, and so you can't voice things that you don't really know about, and also just the fact that it's all about the lessons that are coming in with them, with this journey. And I also feel like with misguided, this can also be considered, individually, where, like I was talking about those branches, you are going to have to make certain choices. Those choices inevitably are going to help. It may not seem like it in the moment. But perhaps for the other person, perhaps for the other counterpart, it's ruthless. Some of the things that you're deciding to do, some of the things that you are deciding to say, all of that may be considered to be very painful, because you don't know any better, or they don't know any better. So that it can also end up being shocking. A shock to the system, a shock to the soul. So, with this being the energy, where is this going? Where is this going for the Divine Counterpart Collective? Where is this going? Okay. Six of Cups. Eventually, somehow, some way, the path is going to be led back to each other. That's what I feel here. Spiritually, for sure. That is the guarantee, right? That's the guarantee. Two of Pentacles. And it's because there always has to be a balance. Energy has to balance out. Positive, negative, it doesn't matter. Energy always finds a way of reconciling itself. Whew, yes. We have Seven of Wands here, where the way that this is going to ricochet back is because of the fact that you're able to stand on your own. I don't think this is even necessarily standing up against the other individual or anything like that, but this is just simply standing on your own, ready to be successful and to win and to go through any element of life by yourself without any type of need of validation whatsoever. Here we have more of the binding energy, the stuff, the thing that keeps you to connected, the thing that glues the masculine and the feminine to each other. Six of Pentacles, more balancing energy. So all of this is to balance out the life that you are meant to be living. Oh, and then we have Eight of Wands, where I think that this type of confirmation, this balancing energy is coming faster than you can possibly imagine. And I think that's because for a lot of you, you have been doing the work. You have been healing yourself. You have been understanding the synchronicities that have been coming in. You've been seeing the signification of everything. Everything. It has all played a role. It has all been on purpose. So let's just get, some spiritual messages to close out this quick check-in. Spirit, what would you like Divine Counterparts to know? Shut the front door. You heard me ask. It's eternal. Oh, it's eternal. It's internal. It's eternal. It's eternal. What else? There's something that is meant to be unlocked. Right now, there is something that is still forbidden. And I feel more, it's about the blockages that we've already been talking about, right? There's still additional work that needs to be done, to be able to merge those two things together. And then look at that, 222, partnerships and balance. The underlying element of this entire check-in reading has been about balance. It's been about balance. Oh, okay. I just want to get one more. I feel like there's something else that still wants to share itself with the collective. Please give me one additional message. There we go. Look at that. Peace. And at the bottom of the deck, fate. Need I say more? That's what this journey is about. This is what it's all about. This is where the wave of twin flames that I am channeling right now, this is where you're at. Forget the person that you may think it is, feel it is, know it is, whatever. This is where it's at. It's about being able to do this on your own, merging the feminine and the masculine in yourself. So the Ivy Phoenix here. I will have separated readings coming out as well. And I will see you all very, very soon. Much love and light. Be blessed.